As I mentioned to you in part one, the previous video, we booked everything that we needed to do, the tours and everything before we got to Bali. One of the things that was included in what we booked was a SIM card because we wanted to have data service while there. The SIM card company interviewed my sister, asking her all the questions under the sun about the phones that will be used, about the IMEI number of the phones, everything I think they needed to ask so that when we got the SIM cards, they could be used. We checked in on August 4th at 11 p.m. The SIM card was delivered to the hotel the following day in the afternoon. We tried the SIM card, even had to contact them to do troubleshooting because the SIM card wasn't working. So we did many troubleshooting to see if it could work in our phones. We eventually found out it's not gonna work. So they advised us to repackage the SIM card and they will pick it up from the front desk, same place they dropped it off. We said, okay, no problem. We did just that the night of the 5th. The night of the 6th, when we returned from our daily tour, we stopped at the front desk. It was someone different. Apparently, every day there's a different person at the front desk, and one person doesn't communicate with the other, but that'll help in the story to come. So we stopped at the front desk to inquire if they had picked up the SIM card. It was not picked up. So as soon as we got to our room, we sent an email to the company asking why not. Now, the same way we got the SIM card a day late, we were supposed to get it the night of the 4th when we got to the hotel. It didn't come until the evening of the 5th. So the same way we got it late, they explained to us in an email the following morning that they're busy, so it's going to be picked up, but it wasn't picked up today. We're like, whatever, we're going to enjoy our trip. We just want to ensure that it's picked up and we get a refund because obviously they didn't do their due diligence to make sure that the SIM card would work in our phones, even though they grilled us and asked for so much information about our network plan, our phones, our IMEI numbers, all of that. Now, because we didn't have a SIM card because it wasn't working in the phones, we didn't have data during the days during our tours. So we used the data, or we used the Wi-Fi at the hotel when we were on our tours. If there was something important, then we would get Wi-Fi from whichever venue that we went to. So to be honest, it didn't affect us much because we were in the moments of the different sightseeing tours that we were doing. But when we did get Wi-Fi, we just checked things briefly and then we moved on. And then all our tours came with persons who were taking our pictures. So we were just in the moment having fun. So we didn't have to worry about anything like that. So not having the data kind of didn't affect us tremendously. So each night when we got to the hotel, we double checked the email to see if the SIM card company had said anything to us. The night of August 8th, we got an email saying they came to the hotel that day to collect the SIM card, but they didn't get any. The person at the front desk told them there was no SIM card there to pick up or something like that. That was what the email said. And as I said before, I slowly recognized a trend. So on the first day, the person who checked us in wasn't the same person at the front desk the following day, and it wasn't the same person the following day. But if someone leaves something for someone to pick up, once your shift ends, give a note, make a memo, pass on the message so that the other person knows, hey, this is what I need to do. What I came to realize at that hotel, the head does not know what the eye is doing. The eye does not know what the mouth is doing. The mouth does not know what the hand is doing. Hand does not know what the foot is doing. Nobody knows about what the other person did, even if it affected them. So anyway, we went downstairs to inquire what happened because they came to pick up the SIM card and there was no SIM card there. It was the same person who the courier spoke to, still at the front desk that night. So they're like, there's no SIM card here. So we had to go down a rabbit hole to explain to them what happened, tell them the entire story. Then they went down a rabbit hole to call the person who they thought was on duty the day we handed the SIM card. So they found out who it was, and then they went now to try to search for the SIM card. They were searching, could not find it. So then they proceeded to call the other people who were in charge of that area between when it was handed in and when the courier came that day. After explaining to them that the courier won't just come again, just to come again's sake, the courier needs to know that the card is there. So we spoke to them, we let them know we're not going to request the courier to come again if the card isn't found, because then that would be on us to pay for that. The courier is going to come one more time, which is on the company. Any other time the courier has to come, then we'd have to pay. So we're not going to do that. So we left them to do their investigation on finding the card. When the card is found, then we would request the courier one more time so that they can come and pick it up, so that then we can get our money back. Let's just say the card wasn't found. And many things happened at that hotel, pissing us right off. We eventually decided to leave early. That's part 3. And because of that, we're like, hey, you guys still haven't found the card, and we're going to leave this hatterclops of a place. So what are you going to do? They communicated with the person who actually received the card from us, and that person decided to take it upon themselves to take responsibility and try. I have to use try to repay us for the card. I said try because literally when they made that decision, we're like, okay, fine. And we showed them the details of the card and how much we paid. 1,723 yen. When we calculate that in Indonesian rupiah, it is 183,000. He took some money out of his pocket. It was literally like 170,000, and he said that's all he had. So that's why I said try, and we're like, we'll accept it. We're not doing any more with this hotel anyway, so we just accepted that, told him thank you, and got that out of the way.